Hey guys, my name's Nova, this is Film Express, and it is October, so it's the perfect time to talk about something a little bit creepy, and I'm going to be talking about the found footage YouTube sensation, the Backrooms. Now, you may or may not have heard about the Backrooms. It's a little bit of a phenomenon that's been popping up online. I've been seeing a lot of creepy images, and I've been hearing a little bit about the story and the lore, and I heard about the short film directed by Kane and I had to see it for myself. You know what? Kane or Kane Parsons, when he created the Backrooms, he was 16 years old. Right then and there, this kid has a bright future ahead of him. He's about 17 now, I think, because he's been doing it for the past year. He's been completely devoted to his vision, and he's making some of the most incredible short films and YouTube content that I've seen in a very long time. So the Backrooms is basically a huge phenomenon right now. From all the creepy pictures being posted online to the Reddit posts, there's a video game on Steam at this point too. You know what? There's no shortage of the Backrooms content. But this little short film directed by Kane is where it all started. You know what? To hear that a 16-year-old made something this incredible, I was very hyped to check it out. So you know what? I turned off all my lights. It's all up on YouTube. So I pulled up the YouTube playlist and I got to watching. The first short is about 9 minutes or so. Right off the bat, I was so impressed with the atmosphere, the vibes, and the mood, the way he manages to create a sense of dread, and the way he manages to toy with the fear for the audience. Something to applaud, because you know what? Big budget Hollywood studio films are basically not able to do what this 16-year-old kid has done with this series. The first film starts with this kid who falls and somehow finds his way into another dimension. This dimension is a series of hallways in an office-like setting with a yellow tinge, and you might have seen these pictures pop up somewhere online. The fact is that the hallways and the office rooms, they never seem to end. There is no escape, there's no way out, and he's all alone there. He has a little camera with him, and it's got Blair Witch vibes for sure. The way it kind of builds up the tension and the way the fear element creeps into you when you realize, this kid might be doomed here. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, and to think that this was all created on Blender, I'm so impressed, because some of this looks like live action, and it is a blend of live action and Blender footage, but you know what? The way Kane managed to visually present this to us, it's so impressive. There's a little bit of a digital grain and like a VHS grain on it. It obviously takes some of the high def quality away. You don't notice all the stuff that maybe didn't render as properly, but everything looks so real and vivid, and I was fully immersed. That first episode had some really great jump scares, and it was unpredictable. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. So right then and there, I literally just played through the whole playlist. I watched every episode. What I'm most impressed with is not only the fact that Kane is managing to direct these and make these on Blender after school on his spare time, but the fact that he's creating a whole world with a very rich lore and a really rich story. It's one of the most unique horror sci-fi experiences that I've had in a long time. And to think that this is like something I discovered now, it's Halloween season, it was the perfect time for me to discover this. Some of the episodes really focus on the actual Backrooms and being stuck and the sense of being lost there and not being able to get out. That's really amazing. But there's also a lot of the episodes that are almost like a documentary found footage style that focus on the corporation that developed this technology, and there's a lot more lore that gets added onto the story, and that's really where I was fully invested, because this started to remind me a lot of the video game Portal. You guys might have played Portal, you might have heard of Portal. Portal is one of the biggest games of all time. Portal 1 and 2 were absolute sensations. Portal is really one of those games that you need to experience because the story so beautifully unfolds in front of you as you're playing it. Not a lot of games have managed to do that. Portal has so much really cryptic and deep, rich lore. There's a beautiful story at the surface, but once you look at the little hidden signs, and if you look, between the cracks, you'll see how much history there is to this story. Well, Kane absolutely did the same thing with the Backrooms. Some of this actually reminds me of the early marketing campaign strategy that Cloverfield had back in, I think, 2008, when the film was just about to come out. There was so much rich world building, and if you really wanted to do the detective work, you could get deeper into the story. Well, the Backrooms is exactly like that. You really dive deeper because you find out the Backrooms were kind of created because a corporation wanted to develop a technology that could have infinite storage space. So you have this idea idea of infinite rooms and offices, and the corporation is never portrayed to be a villain. It seems like their intentions were very, very genuine to making financial gain, and this was just a business idea, because once they did, they realized they're in way over their heads. So to me, that was so fascinating, because it was something that I could see, actually happening. It's a very believable story, and to think that a 16 or 17-year-old is writing this story with such a believable social, humanist, sci-fi, corporate minded angle, that just shows that he's got such an incredible mind, and I'm fully on board with whatever he wants to do with this series and beyond this series. I will say the whole series is not perfect. There are some episodes that can be repetitive, especially when it comes to the episodes that are stuck within the backrooms and being lost in the backrooms. And every episode really builds on the world and the lore, so no matter what, you're getting something out of it. It's unlike anything we've had in popular media in so long, like from the days of Portal or Cloverfield or even Blair Witch. Like these IPs are 20-30 years old, so it's just so refreshing to have something like this come from the mind of a creative who's able to just upload this online for us to all enjoy. To me, I was completely engaged. I was completely entranced by the story, and the visuals and the sound design and the jump scares, and everything fully worked for me. So to me, it's such a high concept, really cool, unique project, and I really want to applaud Kane Pixels for creating something like this. No matter what he does in the future, I'm definitely on board. I can't wait for another episode, because I don't think the series is done, but it's getting towards the end, and the last few episodes have just been so epic. So I really can't wait to see what he does next. Now's the perfect time. It's Halloween season, so if you're looking for something a little bit spooky, something a little bit creepy, something a little bit different, well, I definitely urge you to watch The Backrooms by Kane Pixels. The whole playlist is up on YouTube if you find Kane Pixels' official channel. I'm not going to do short film or YouTube content reviews often, but I truly felt like this was a special occasion. This was something special that really needed to be talked about, so I truly hope that you guys do check it out. It obviously doesn't need any more attention. I mean, he's got 40 million views on one video. Everyone does need to see something like this because it's so unique. My name's Nova. This is Film Express. That was my review of The Backrooms, the found footage YouTube sensation. Guys, please like and please subscribe. Please add some comments. It would really help the channel. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.